What's up, guys? Another episode of Pixel Effect here, Dark Visored. Hope you're all doing well. This is more of a question video for you guys. Kind of want to know what you guys thought. People are still out there, looking for next-gen systems. Hopefully everybody gets one eventually. There's still no true next-gen games out yet. When I refer to next-gen game, I mean it's a game meant just for that system. Even for my systems, there's mostly last-gen games being played on those. But for tonight's question, as you know, some games like Metroid Prime 4 and Bayonetta 3, we are still waiting on those games. Those were announced back in 2017, and we have yet to really know. We don't know anything about Metroid Prime 4. I know they had to restart development. It was being developed by Bandai Namco, and Nintendo said they didn't meet their standards. Not sure what that meant, but they moved development to Retro, so they were doing the game. And in Bayonetta's case, Platinum said they're still working on it. With all that said, though, my question is, would you or do you like it when games are announced that far ahead of time, only to have to wait 5 to 6 years for it to be finished? Or would you prefer for games to be announced like Hyrule Warriors Calamity, Age of Calamity, where the game's announced, but it's like, oh, here's a game, it's coming out, and I think that game came out like 4 months after they announced it, or 3 months like that. It was pretty short. It was in that year. Like I said, I know it was under 5 months, Or do you prefer games like that where they announce it that year and it's like, yeah, this is coming out, you can see it like fall of this year or summer of this year, like I said, 3-4 months out. Because that's the crazy thing about a lot of games nowadays, is the fact that we have to wait so long for them to come out. And of course, you need games at your conference to get people excited, but sometimes it's just like nobody lives forever. That's one thing that's crazy that I think about all the time lately, is that like, yeah, I want to play as many games as I can, but it feels like nowadays, just to get 1 or 2 big name titles, we have to wait literally 5 to 6 years for that one title. And we get games in between there, of course, indie games, smaller games. But like the big title games nowadays, it just feels so long, like we gotta wait so long for these games. And to me, like I said, I prefer if they would, announce the games within that year and then drop it. Like I said, within like 3 to 4 months. That'd be kind of awesome, That'd be kind of cool if they could do that, but I don't know what everybody else thinks. Maybe some people like waiting 5 years. Maybe some people like waiting 5 years just to be hyped about it, Like, yeah, man, Metroid Prime 4, I know it's going to be a long time, but, it's just you got to wait. You don't know if development's going to stop, if it's going to continue. I mean, they can let you know and stuff, but it's, like I said, waiting is just insane sometimes. Halo Infinite did the same thing. It was announced years ago, several E3s ago, and we're still waiting on that game. And sometimes when games do that, also it builds hype for a game that it cannot live up to, or something will happen that destroys the game's reputation sometimes. Kind of like with Cyberpunk. If you look at it, it was announced back in E3 2012, or was announced in 2012, and it's taking years for it to come out. And every time they announce something new about it, like a trailer or a screenshot, people would freak out, saying this is gonna be the game of the year, game of the decade. The game drops, journalists of course eat up anything that's tossed to them. Oh, we got a PC release, it looks pretty cool and stuff. Then the console version comes out and it's just trash. And there's so many bugs in the game. Even in the PC game version, there are bugs and stuff, and people forgive it because it's Cyberpunk. Any other time when there's bugs like that, people would harp on it and everything. But this, Cyberpunk, is because it's Cyberpunk. People are like, well, it still has bugs and glitches, but I don't care. I still like it, and that's fine. I'm not really ranting on that. It's the fact that that game, like I said, had all this hype behind it that it was going to be this game of the decade, yet it's far from that. The game's been hounded ever since it came out, And sure, you got some PC players saying, like I said, it's great, but a lot of players, from what I've seen online constantly, is just how bad it is, the bugs, trying to compare the physics with other old games and stuff, and it's just constant like that, And like I said, it was hard for them to live up to the hype because they announced it so long ago. Had the game came out like 2014, it probably wouldn't have been as bad, you know. But it's the fact that it waited so long and you had to build that hype every year till it came out, you know. It's hard to live up to it, you know. But anyway, again, it's my main point. What do you guys think? Do you prefer games being announced early? You know, and you know, being saying like, okay, here's, I'm just gonna say the name, Metroid Prime 4. It's announced this year. Say it was announced. It's announced in March. Okay, it's coming out in July 2021. Or do you prefer the game to be announced this year and don't expect to see it till 2023 or 2024? You know, and of course, again, let me back up a little bit. I want developers to take their time on games. I'm not saying I want them to rush. Not at all. Not at all. I'm not trying to say that. Take your time. Make the game great. I'm just saying, you know, is there a way maybe we can have games, you know, work in secret? Don't let stuff leak. And then come out and say, bam, here's this new game. It's coming out this year. Or again, would you prefer to wait? Like I said, 5, 6 years. But let me know in the comments, guys, what you guys think. Stay safe out there. Stay pixelated. I'll talk to you guys later.